Hi, I'm Rabbi Yisrael Bernath, and welcome to my daily Torah thoughts. Today my thought is, would our ancestors recognize us? This week's Torah portion opens with a repetitive phrase. It says, Yitzchak was the son of Abraham. Abraham gave birth to Yitzchak. I was wondering, why the repetition? Why the double language? So Rashi, the foremost biblical commentator, he quotes the Medrash, and he says that a nasty rumor was spreading that Yitzchak wasn't Abraham's son. People were saying that perhaps Yitzchak was born during the time that Sarah was with Pharaoh. Now, obviously there was no paternity test back then, so God made sure that Yitzchak and Avraham had a strikingly similar resemblance to each other. They had similar features. They were like two peas in a pod. They looked alike. There could be no mistake that Abraham was indeed Yitzchak's father. In Chabad, there's an old litmus test. Imagine if the Alter Rebbe, who founded the Chabad movement in the late 1700s, imagine if he walked into Chabad NDG on a Saturday morning. How much would he recognize us? Yes, we dress differently, we speak a different language, we maybe have different foods, we have electricity, we have central heat, we have perhaps a little more modern architecture, but hopefully there's much more here that would make the Alter Rebbe feel like he was at home. For example, we make the same Kiddush, we make the same Hamotzi on the Challah, we sing Shalom Aleichem, we eat the Shabbat meal, all of which he would have done on a Friday night, even 250 years ago in the former Soviet Union. So the idea of all Jews, of all backgrounds, of varying levels of observance, sitting and celebrating together in this physical embodiment of his teachings to love your fellow as yourself, like he says in the 32nd chapter of Tanya. The fact that we are doing this in Chabad NDG fulfills his vision of making an accessible and vibrant dwelling place for God wherever and whenever. So today I want to ask you a very important question. How much do we have in common Jewishly with our ancestors? If your grandparents, if your great-grandparents were to walk into your life right now, what would they recognize? What would make them feel at home? A mezuzah would be a familiar sign, a Jewish book, a charity box, maybe a menorah, or maybe a pair of tefillin, some Shabbat candles. I really think in order for this familiarity or this commonality to work, it has to go both ways. Our ancestors would have to look beyond the context and the externals to find similarities with us. And we have to retain some of what they cherished for anything to look familiar. The truth is that even with all the technological advances, we're not going to do time travel anytime soon. But this isn't a hypothetical question anymore. The world has become a smaller place, and especially in Israel or in larger Jewish communities like Montreal, it's likely that you're going to meet Jews from different cultures. You're going to meet Jews from different backgrounds. Ashkenazim, the Sephardim, the Couscous and the Vuzvuz, Jews of the West Coast, meet Jews of the East Coast, meet Jews of Yemen, meet Jews of Israel, meet Jews from Africa, meet Jews from Australia. What common denominators do we have with all Jews? What conversations can we have that would be understood across the spectrum of Jewish life? What core values do we all share? What objects and teachings and observances are something that we can all relate to, that we can all connect with? So I want you to look around your life today and think to yourself today, how similar are you with Abraham, with our ancestors in Jewish history, with your grandparents. That's my Torah thought for today. I'm Rabbi Yisroel Bernath. Have a fantastic day. Hi there. I just wanted to let you know that I just launched a brand new website. It's theloverabbi.com, 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 and it has lots of very interesting things there. Especially, you can purchase a lot of the different classes and lectures that I have given over the past few years. And you can also take a look at the current classes and lectures that I'm giving and the current events that I am doing on relationships. So I encourage you to go check it out. It's theloverabbi.com. Thanks so much.